Question 1. The following table shows values of fx and gx for different values of x. Both f and g are one-to-one functions. Right, cool. So here we're given, obviously, yeah, x values, okay? And if we plug these x values into either fx or gx, that will give us these results respectively. Okay, so that's good to know. So part A asks us to find g0. All right, so in order to do this, okay, we need to go along the x line, all right, and find when it says 0, which is here. Okay, and then we simply just go down to the gx line and we find that the value of g of 0 is -2. Okay, so we'll put that in. G of 0 is equal to -2. All right, part B asks us to find fog 0 or f of g of 0, which is a composite function question. Yeah, you may have heard it being called fog or goth functions. Essentially, oh, whoops, that's not my pen. F dot g of x is the same as writing f of g of x. Okay, so essentially what we need to do is substitute in x is equal to 0 into g of x, right, which we have done, actually, funnily enough, in part A. Then take that value of g of 0 and plug that into f of x. Okay, so from part A, we know, so if we move, I won't put this into blue because this is just a general idea of how we can picture this, but yeah, we'll go there. All right, a little bit in that blue. Okay, so we need to find f dot g of 0, which will be the same as f of g of 0. And so from part A, we know that g of 0 is equal to -2, right? So this is going to equal f of -2, all right? And then we'll go back up to our table, okay? So go across the x line, find where x is equal to -2, which is here. And then we go down to our f of x line, which is here. And we get the answer of fog of 0 or f of g of 0 is equal to 8. Okay, cool. And we'll leave my little highlighter there, eh? Okay. Now, moving on to part C, we have find the value of x such that fx equals 0. So they've put a bit of a spin on this question here. So rather than asking us to, find an x value and then plug that into either one of the functions, we're doing the reverse. We're being told what the value of the function is when you substitute in an unknown x value, and we've got to find the x value. Okay, so all we do for this one is we go to our f of x line. Okay, so f of x line, we'll go into a green. Go f of x line, go along here, find where it says 0. It says 0 there. Okay, oh, that's a big one there. Okay, and then go up to the x line, and we see that x is going to be equal to 3. All right, and so then f of x equals 0, therefore x is equal to 3. That's what these 3 dots here mean, by the way. Therefore, a bit of a mathy speak for you. It can be quite useful in your exam. And yeah, that is the answer to question 1.